Welcome to the Dice Tower Summer Spectacular, featuring live plays, contests, and the Dice Tower Awards. We'd like to thank our sponsors and our special guests, and we hope that you enjoy.
Everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
Hi there, I'm Eric Summerer.
Hi, I'm Z Garcia.
Welcome to the 14th Annual Dice Tower Awards.
14.
We are now in high school. Is it high school?
I think at 14 you are in high school, but maybe at 13 you're in high school.
It depends. Sometimes it's
Middle
not till
school.
15.
I went to high school when I was 7 years old.
Oh,
I was what you call a charmed individual.
It was
my
the school of hard
13-year-old's
knocks.
heading into 8th grade, so
There you go. Eric knows more
we're
about
8th graders.
I try to stay away from kids.
Anyhow, these are for the best games of the year 2020. And so we look back at the year, we get together. This is not going to be a very long thing here, folks. We just want to tell you who won and get out. But before we do, I'd like to talk about how we put these awards together. Each year, at the beginning of every year, we have a group that we get together and we talk about, I'll say, what games should be nominated in our various categories. And in fact, what categories do we have this year? And we talk about that for a while. We then vote on the nominations for those awards and then vote on the finals themselves. To get to our final voting, we send everything to our mathematical machine, Jason Levine. Jason, tell us how the votes are put together.
We had over 50 contributors, personalities, co-hosts, etc. voting. We do it on a weighted scale where if you vote for 3 different things in the category, they weight from 4 to 3 to 2. If you vote for 2 things, they weight 3 and 2. And if you just vote for a single thing in the category, it weights as 1. With it, we had some things getting over 100 points in our system. So we've had some close races, some not so close races. You'll get to see the results. We have all the envelopes here that we'll be sharing with you all. The winners very shortly.
All right, well, let's get started. We're going to jump right into this with our first category, which is Welcoming Games. Welcoming Games, which we renamed because of Z Garcia.
What did I do? I'm sorry.
No, we came up with the idea. We use this as a replacement for our family game category that we used to have. And in that this is a category for people, hey, you're new to the hobby. These are games you can play. But also, people who are in the hobby for a couple hundred years can still enjoy these games.
Couple hundred years.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't take a lot of motion, mostly. Just like you can be like,
Best games for mummies. No. Best welcoming games. Let's take a look at the nominations.
Best Welcoming Game. And the nominees are Calico, designed by Kevin Russ, published by Flat Out Games and AEG. My City, designed by Reiner Knizia, published by Tamsin Cosmos. Scooby-Doo Escape from the Haunted Mansion, designed by Jay Cormier, Senfung Lim, published by The Op. The Isle of Cats, designed by Frank West, published by the City of Games. Trekking the World, designed by Charlie Bink, published by Underdog Games.
all right, and the winner is, let's take a look. The Isle of Cats, from the City of Games, Frank West designer.
The Isle of Cats is nominated for 2 awards tonight. This is the first Dice Tower Award for Frank West and for the Isle of Cats. Let's hear from the winner.
Hey everyone, I'm Frank from the City of Games. I'm the designer and publisher of the Isle of Cats, and I'd like to thank you for awarding the Isle of Cats with Best Welcoming Game of 2020. I'm very lucky to be able to design and self-publish games for a living, but I also just love board games. There's nothing I enjoy more than being able to play with different people and introducing new people to our hobby. Unfortunately, in 2020, I wasn't really able to do this due to all of the lockdowns in place and the lack of conventions and so on. So it brings me a lot of joy to know that the Isle of Cats was out there welcoming people to the hobby on my behalf. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Dragalisco, the artist, who obviously helped make the Art of Cats so visually appealing, and to all of you who gave the game a try and put it on your table. I hope it continues to bring you all a lot of happiness for years to come and welcomes even more people to this hobby that we all enjoy.
You know, I don't think there's any coincidence that the year Isle of Cats came out, we got a cat in the Dice Tower studio. There's like a conspiracy here going on.
And cats are on the rise.
Absolutely. Our next award category really speaks to us wanting to come together, both online and in person. Our next category is all about party games.
Best Party Game. And the nominees are 5 Minute Mystery, designed by Connor Reed, published by Wiggles 3D. Hues and Cues, designed by Scott Brady, published by The Op. Masterword, designed by Gérald Catu, published by Scorpion Mask and Yellow. Mysterium Park, designed by Alexander Nivsky and Oleg Sidorenko, published by Libellude. Telestrations Upside Drawn, designed by Kane Glenko, published by The Op.
And the award goes to...
You're gonna mime it?
Maybe. I could.
Then we'd have to guess.
Yeah, great.
Hues and Cues, published by The Op, designed by Scott Brady.
Woohoo! Very nice.
This is the first Dice Tower award for Scott Brady and for Hues and Cues. Let's hear from the winner.
And we're live. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Guys, if you didn't just hear, we just won the best party game of the year for the Dice Tower for Hues and Cues.
Yay!
Awesome. So we're recording here a little bit early, so it's exciting to know. Congratulations, Scott. Congratulations, man. What a fantastic game.
Congratulations to the team at the Op.
Yeah, I'm really glad we got to do this. I remember when you came to pitch the game at Origins, and you pulled it out, and we had it on the table there. And within 30 seconds, a family had walked by and asked if they could play it. And at that point, it's like, oh, this is going to be great. I've played it a lot over the last year online. We've done a lot of Zooms with different channels kind of across the board. And it's been so much fun seeing all the everybody's reactions to it, and all their feedback has been just wonderful. Anybody got a story they want to share? I'll pass it around. Tony?
Sure. So as Ross said, the moment you see this game board hit the table, it's like a magnet. People cannot help but be drawn to it. And early in the development, I brought a prototype to some friend's house for playtesting, a family of 4, and they too are artists, and so they were totally mesmerized by the game board. And then we started playing, and the greatest thing about this game is the table talk that happens during and after the play. So after a clue is given, and we're all dumbfounded by the clue, because what she had in mind and what the actual color was, we were all in a completely different area. So the clue was, I think she was giving us a piece of fruit as the clue. And so we were all in sort of like the apricot color hue. And she was thinking more in the yellow orange instead of the orange. And oh my gosh, just like we were dumbfounded that she got us in that direction. And then she went and got the piece of fruit she was talking about. And sure enough, she was right. That was great.
Oh, that's good.
Love the table talk.
For sure. Katie?
I've just liked how every time I've played it, regardless of the amount of people at the table, we've had just as much fun. So during the last year, when we could only really be with 4 people, we've had just as much fun as when we've finally been able to get together with 10 people and had just as much fun.
That's great. Jake?
Yeah, I have a similar story to Tony, actually, playing with my girlfriend's mom, and she said some crazy clue. She was trying to describe some flower or something, and we're all over the place. Some of us are red, some of us are blue, some of us are yellow. We have no clue what this flower is. So she's like, how do you guys not know this? She goes outside in the backyard, brings a giant pot to compare it on the board. She's like, it's this color. And we're like, we would have never gotten that. You're the only person that got that. It's just, I just love how it brings, real life items to the table and gets you to describe so many different things in real life.
That's great. And Tina, do you have anything you wanted to say?
I've just really enjoyed this game over the last year as well. I've introduced it to a couple of friend groups over the last few weeks now that we've been able to spend more time with people, and it just is so enjoyable by everyone who, may not necessarily play a lot of board games, but they have asked to purchase it or asked for a freebie from me. So it's been really fun to share it with my friends and family.
That's great. And Scott?
Yeah, the accessibility of the game. Not just the
absolutely.
magnetic draw of the
100%.
visual colors, but the accessibility. And one of the things that we love at the Op is games that appeal to a really broad audience. And this, as Tina just affirmed, and Katie talked about too, it's such a wide spectrum, like the color spectrum, of people that are able to play this relatively quickly.
So true. Scott, you have any words you want to share?
No, I just wanted to thank the people at the Dice Tower for choosing Hughes and Q's to be their party game of the year. I've always really respected their selection process. I know they have over 100 judges that look at all the games and then rank them accordingly. And I've always considered them to be one of the, if not the most prestigious award in North America. So super honored, as I'm sure everyone in this group is, to have been selected for this commendation.
That means a lot. And Scott, we're really glad that we got to make this game with you and do all these things and play it. And there's so many memories that have been made and so many more to do now that gaming can be in person and we get all these things going. So it's going to be great. So thank you so much to the Dice Tower for having Hughes and Q's win Party Game of the Year. It means a whole bunch. And happy gaming. There we go. Thank you so much. Woo!
It's really nice to see the whole team get to share in the award and not just the designer and not just the publisher, and get to see the whole group that was involved, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how they did that background thing.
Yeah,
so I'm working on
how they
that.
get the sync just
You get to play along, say something and play along.
Oh, I was playing while they were talking.
Yeah, should have been listening.
Sorry.
That's the polite thing to do. Moving on to two-player category, the best two-player game of the year. Now, I will say this is not games that are exclusively for two players. Any game that plays two players is a valid game in this category. And this is a category that is near and dear to my heart. I love two-player games. I think there's something beautiful about that simplicity of, everything you do is good for you and bad for me and me alone. I just love two-player games. There's something about them that tickles me pink. So let's go ahead and listen to the nominees.
Best two-player game. And the nominees are Cosmic Encounter Duel, designed by Frank Brooks, Bill Eberly, Peter Lotka, and Greg Lotka, published by Fantasy Flight Games. Curious Cargo, designed by Ryan Courtney, published by Capstone Games. Fox in the Forest Duet, designed by Foxtrot Games, published by Renegade Game Studio. Imperial Struggle, designed by Ananda Gupta and Jason Matthews, published by GMT Games. Undaunted North Africa, designed by Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson, published by Osprey Games.
Oh, by that!
There we go. And the winner for the best two-player game of the year is Undaunted North Africa.
Huzzah!
From Osprey Games. Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson, designers.
This is the first Dice Tower Award for Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson, and for Undaunted North Africa. The winners weren't available, so let's go back to Tom to accept the award.
I accept this award on their behalf.
Well done.
You cannot keep it.
I really am glad Undaunted won. That's really cool. It's a nice, accessible, light war game that mixes wargaming with deck building in an interesting and unique way. Definitely one to check out. I know there's an expansion coming out this year that works with both of the Undaunteds. So, and this one added vehicles. Really cool thing. So, congratulations, Osprey Games.
Congratulations. So now going from a head-to-head, very competitive situation, we're going to move on to cooperative games. One of the types of games that my family and I really enjoy, working together, trying to solve the puzzle, beat the game as a group. Let's look at this year's nominees for Best Cooperative Game.
Best Cooperative Game. And the nominees are The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, designed by Thomas Singh, published by Tamsin Cosmos. Endangered, designed by Joe Hopkins, published by Grand Gamers Guild. Forgotten Waters, designed by Mr. Bistro, J. Arthur Ellis, and Isaac Vega, published by Plaid Hat Games. Marvel United, designed by Andrea Chiravasio and Eric Lang, published by Simon. Pandemic Legacy Season 0, designed by Rob Davio and Matt Leacock, published by Z-Man Games.
Oh, some excellent nominees
Very
there.
excited. I'm very excited
Find
for
out
this.
who the winner is. The award goes to The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9 from Cosmos, Thomas Singh, designer.
Congrats.
The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9 is nominated for 3 awards tonight. This is the first Dice Tower award for Thomas Singh and for The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. Let's hear from the winners.
Wow, this is such a great honor. Thank you, the Dice Tower, and thank you for all the fans out there for the Quest for Planet 9. Quest for Planet 9. Wow, this is so exciting. Thank you, Dice Tower, and thanks to all the fans out there. The cooperative category has been a favorite of mine for a long time, so it's a real honor for the Crew Quest for Planet 9 to have been nominated and also win this category. I remember when Tom Vassell came up to me at BGG Con in 2019 when this game was released in German, and he got a copy and he told me how much he loved this game. I knew then that we had something really special. I'm really excited for a small box game like this to get such a great award. So thank you again to all the fans. I'm really excited for you. I'm also excited for the new standalone game that's coming out in 2021, The Crew Mission Deep Sea. So if you've played the Quest for Planet 9 and you like it, make sure to check out Mission Deep Sea. Thank you again, everyone, and congratulations to all the nominees. It's a real honor to be a part of this. Thank you, and bye.
I'm ready for the sequel.
Yes,
I know,
can't wait.
yeah.
This was a big hit for my kids. They really liked it. My son's still requesting to play it all the time, so congrats.
Nice.
Very
Hooray!
good. Very good. All right, folks, next up we're going to take a look at new designer, best new designer of the year, and this is, it has to be a designer that is on their first or second published game, and this is the ones we're looking at. Very exciting time in a new designer's life, and something about it, just a new, fresh talent is incredibly addictive. I love to find a new game from someone that just came onto the scene, and they are unbelievably good at what they do. So let's check out the nominees.
Best New Designer. And the nominees are Beyond the Sun, designed by Dennis K. Chan, published by Rio Grande Games. Chai, designed by Dan Kazmaier and Connie Kazmaier, published by Steeped Games. Endangered, designed by Joe Hopkins, published by Grand Gamers Guild. Fossilis, designed by David Alberto Diaz, published by Kids Table Board Games. Lost Ruins of Arnak, designed by Min and Elwin, published by Czech Games Edition.
All right, lots of goodies in there.
That's certainly a pretty screen.
And the winner or winners is or are Lost Ruins of Arnak from Czech Games Edition from Min and Elwin, designers.
Lost Ruins of Arnak is nominated for 5 awards tonight. That marks a tie for the most nominations of any game in 2020. This is the first Dice Tower award for Elwin and Min and for Lost Ruins of Arnak. Let's hear from the winners.
Hello, I'm Min.
And I'm Elwin.
We are the designers of the Lost Ruins of Arnak.
And we just want to say thank you, because it was all amazing journey and big surprise to us just to see how our first game was well received. It's just awesome.
Yeah, this last year and a half was just really an incredible journey. From the earliest prototypes where the game just did not work at all to just seeing the metamorphosis into something that was well received and people liked playing. Yeah, we learned a lot
and
in
I
the
think
process.
We were actually quite blessed and happy to be surrounded by people who were so supportive, and they cheered us on the journey. So thank you all for being part of this success.
Yeah, it would not have been possible without you. Thank you.
Man, I love seeing a couple designers like that.
Yeah,
It's
and
cool.
how excited they are to have their design out there and to win the award. It's so much joy, and to be able to see what's coming new from them. Yeah.
Also, first game out of the gate, and you open with that. That's amazing. Very exciting.
So on the heels of the new designer, we also give out an award to Best Small Publisher. This is for at the year that they published a game. At that point in time, they had only 5 or less published designs. Sometimes it grows quickly beyond that. But, you know, I just like looking at this. Hey, new companies, what do they have out there? So let's take a look at our nominations.
Best Small Publisher. And the nominees are Chai, designed by Dan Kazmaier and Connie Kazmaier, published by Steeped Games. Dune Imperium, designed by Paul Dennen, published by Direwolf. Honeybuzz, designed by Paul Salomon, published by Elf Creek Games. Praga Kaput Regni, designed by Vladimir Suchi, published by Delicious Games. Project L, designed by Mikal Mikesh, Jan Sokol, and Adam Spanel, published by Boardcubator.
Hard choices.
And the award goes to Dune Imperium from Direwolf with Paul Dennen designing.
Spice must flow.
Dune Imperium is nominated for 5 awards tonight. That also marks a tie for the most nominations of any game in 2020. This is the first Dice Tower Award for Paul Dennen and for Dune Imperium. Let's hear from the winner.
Hey everyone, welcome to the next installment of Two Nerds Between Two Ferns. Thank you to the Dice Tower for this consideration and for this cool award for Dune Imperium. We couldn't be more excited about our nominations this year and to be acknowledged among so many great folks in games. I was given Dune, I think, when I was in 6th grade, something like that, along with Stranger in a Strange Land and Foundation. Those books had a huge impact on me, and so getting to work on the first new Dune board game in quite a while was a dream come true. Special thanks to Legendary Entertainment, the Herbert Estate, and Genuine Entertainment for all of their generosity and support in helping to bring the game to life.
I've been a listener and a viewer of the Dice Tower for over a decade, so this award means a lot to me. Like Scott, I read Dune a long time ago, and I feel very fortunate to have had the chance to design a game based on that universe all these years later.
Really long time ago, Lux.
Not as long as you. I also feel very fortunate to have been surrounded by a passionate group of designers and developers, without whose insight the game wouldn't have been nearly as great.
As you can probably tell, this was a passion project for us here at Direwolf. Still, getting the game done in the middle of a pandemic in secret with limited assets and in time for a holiday 2020 release was a major undertaking. I'm sure like many folks in the past year. It would not have been possible without the folks you see on the screen here with Paul and me. They all came together to help make something that we're all very proud of and that we feel turned out to be pretty special.
Finally, a big thank you to the fans of Direwolf, our games, and especially of Dune Imperium. We appreciate all of your support and look forward to continuing to create more fun experiences for you to play.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, I do like that game.
Yes, and I am undefeated in it. I just played it for the first time yesterday.
And you won.
And I won, yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to play more than once to say
No,
you're
I'm
undefeated in
One
some-
game and you got it. The
I'm
spice will
undefeated
flow.
in a lot of games I've never played. Also,
That's true. You've never been defeated.
You know, just saying.
Hey, you know.
Congrats once again. It is a wonderful game.
Technically. Next up is our art design category. The art in a game can really bring you into the theme, and we really like to bring some attention to the artists that make all that happen. So our nominees for Best Art are
Best Game Artwork. And the nominees are Aetherfields, illustrated by Eva Labak, Piotr Gacek, and Mikhail Salata, published by Awakened Realms. Forgotten Waters, illustrated by Anton Fadiv and Nadezhda Timomarieva, published by Plaid Hat Games. Lost Ruins of Arnak, illustrated by Jiří Kus, Andrej Erdina, Jakub Politzer, František Sedlacek, and Milan Vavron, published by Czech Games Edition. Oceans, illustrated by Guillaume Dukos and Catherine Hamilton, published by North Star Games. Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef, illustrated by Lena Cosette and David Forrest, published by Skybound Games.
And the award goes to Lost Ruins of Arnak, Czech Games Edition, Jiří Kus and Ondřej Hrdna, Jakub Politzer, Francek Seljek, and Milan Vavron, illustrators.
I'm not going to say it quite as good as you did, but this is the first Dice Tower Award for Jiří Kus and Ondřej Hrdina and Jakub Politzer and Francek Sedlacek and Milan Vavron. This is the second Dice Tower Award tonight for Lost Ruins of Arnak. It previously won for Best New Designer. Let's go to the winners.
Hello, I'm Jakub Politzer and thank you Dice Tower for your appreciation. I'm really glad we won and joined the ranks other amazing games. I worked as art director and UI concept designer on this game. First of all, the guys I've worked with are absolutely stunning. At the first sight, I really loved the idea of this game. Players take up roles as an archaeologist and uncover secrets of lost civilizations, and we had to create it. Everything had to be built up with meaning and tied together. This is where my role was so important, to guide everyone in the same direction. From architecture, mythology, artifacts, stories of creation, script, animals, should feel like one believable civilization. And they really did it, and I'm really proud of them. One more time, thank you.
Hello, my name is Ondřej Hrdina and I've created the box art. I've also illustrated the main board bird's eye view landscape thing, and I've also illustrated the side tiles that players get to discover and visit on the island. And I'm just so happy that the Dice Tower chose Lost Ruins of Arnak for the Best Artwork Award, because it means that people are enjoying the work we put so much time in. And it was very much a group effort. For example, the box art, I couldn't have finished it if it wasn't for the guidance of the other illustrators and the game designers. All the histories of Arnak and the world building in general was the result of collaboration between us artists and the game designers. And I'm just really proud of the product, and thank you again Dice Tower for the award, and thanks everyone on the team for making it possible.
Hi, I'm Jiří Kus. I'm freelance illustrator from Prague, and on Lost Ruins of Arnak I illustrated mainly Guardians, and I also helped with few illustrations on the player map. And Lost Ruins of Arnak was actually probably my biggest project yet, because I'm still starting out. So I faced many challenges with drawing all the Guardians, because we wanted to show on each Guardian, we wanted to show a little bit of Lost Ruins. We wanted to show the size of the Guardians, and we also wanted to use some interesting designs of the creatures. So combining everything together was a little bit challenging. But since Arnak is receiving a prize, it seems like it worked. So I'm really happy for that. And I would like to thank you for this prize. It's really an honor to receive this as a part of this team. And last but not least, I would also like to thank you, Jakub Politzer, who was our art director and helped me along the way. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Francek Sedlacek, and I worked on illustrations of the assistants, and I contributed with a few illustrations of Guardians as well. This is my best buddy and my dog. I called him Tempos, and you can find him in the game too. He's my little Easter egg in a lot of my artworks and illustrations. I would like to thank Elman and Mean for the opportunity to work on this game with such great illustrators. It was a really great experience for me, and I had a chance to learn a lot. So see you next time, and thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Tony Galati from Czech Games Edition. While I personally don't have the skills to have contributed to the art found in Lost Ruins of Arnak, one of the artists, Milan Vavron, was unable to make a video for this award acceptance. So in his stead, I wanted to tell you a little bit about how he contributed to the game. So Milan created many of the illustrations for the item and artifact cards that you can find throughout the game. From the beloved dog, the fishing rod, sea turtle, to the war mask and serpent idol artifacts. Milan's art really helped flesh out the world of Lost Ruins of Arnak. So I just wanted to thank him, as well as all the artists on behalf of CG. And I wanted to take just a moment to thank everyone at the Dice Tower and everyone watching for the tremendous support that you've given us with Lost Ruins of Arnak. So I just wanted to thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.
We need to figure out a way to give that adorable pug its own award.
Best pet in an awards video.
Such a cute little pug with a squishy
we'll do that next
nose
year.
and an adorable little tongue. All right. Speaking of well-built things, pugs are really not well-built. That's the best transition I've got. We're going to be talking about production, best production values in a game. This has really nothing to do with the gameplay itself or the artwork that we just talked about. We're talking about quality of build here. You know, the production, the how interesting everything has been made, and just, you know, the general value of everything. So let's take a look at some nominations.
Best Production Values. And the nominees are Dwellings of Eldervale, designed by Luke Laurie, published by Breaking Games. Honeybuzz, designed by Paul Salomon, published by Elf Creek Games. On Mars, designed by Vital Lacerda, published by Eagle Griffin Games. Tang Garden, designed by Francesco Testini and Pierluca Zizzi, published by Thundergriff Games. Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef, designed by Tim Eisner and Ben Eisner, published by Skybound Games.
And the award goes to... Take a look here. Dwellings of Eldervale from Breaking Games, Luke Laurie, designer. Congratulations.
Dwellings of Eldervale is nominated for 3 awards tonight. This is the first Dice Tower Award for Luke Laurie and for Dwellings of Eldervale. Let's listen to the winner now.
Hi, I'm Sherry Spiro. I'm the CEO and founder of Ad Magic and Breaking Games. I'd like to thank Dice Tower for this wonderful honor for Best Production in a Board Game for our game Dwellings of Eldervale. Breaking Games is especially proud because this was one of the most difficult and challenging games we ever worked on. And I'd like to thank Luke Laurie, the designer, and Peter Vaughn, who was our head of game development for nearly 7 years. This game really is the culmination of the work that Peter and I did together as a team, and I'm very proud of it. And so again, thank you Dice Tower for awarding Breaking Games the Best Production in a Board Game for Dwellings of Eldervale, and I'd like to turn it over to Peter Vaughn.
Thank you, Sherry, and thank you, Dice Tower. We are thrilled to accept the Best Production of 2020. Dwellings of Eldervale, as you know, is a beast of a game, and to get recognized for all that awesomeness in the box, it's a dream come true. It was years ago that I pitched this crazy idea of 8 elemental factions to Luke Laurie, and somehow he made it into an amazing game that I knew needed an amazing production. I pitched it to Sherry Spiro, and somehow she said yes. And away we went, and we met great people along the way. Noah Edelman at Game Trays loved it, and he made an amazing system of trays that work really well to come out of the box and hold all that bling. We had to have bling, right? Gold coins, custom-shaped meeples and dragons, and dwellings that went on top of the workers' heads. And of course, you know, it's also about colors. We had a 5-player game, so 5 colors. No, we had to have 8 colors. Why? Because if you're playing air, you don't want to play red, you want light blue. And of course, speaking of the elements, we had artists around the world making different art. Each one took their own element, but yet we had to make it seamless. And that was hundreds and hundreds of pieces of art. But it was an adventure, and it was a great time. Of course, I know what this is really about, right? It's really about the minis. There are so many great minis in this game. And Luke was playing with a D&D set, you know, as his prototyping. And I said, we have to make 50 millimeter minis just like Blood Rage. Otherwise, what are we doing with ourselves, right? So we made more than Blood Rage. We put all these monsters in the box. And a funny story is that my friend Astrid was playing the Chaos Beast and going, blargity, blargity, blarg, which was funny. And then my friend Rich said, what if they made sound? And I was like, what, sound effects? No, that's crazy. And then we did that. So Dwellings of Eldervale, it's ridiculous, it's awesome, and we're thrilled to take this award. Thank you, Dice Tower.
Yes, Bling indeed. Lots of bling in that game. And it's about the simple joys too, like putting a little roof on a meeple. Yeah. And now it's a little house. Simple, clean.
Yeah, see, it's really not just about the miniatures, because there's lots of miniature games came out last year. It's the whole thing.
Sure.
It really was.
So we as game players love to see the iteration as designs build on each other and do new things with stuff that we've seen before or break out into something brand new. So our next award, Most Innovative, is about a design that takes something to the next level, comes up with something brand new and really makes us say, huh, I haven't seen that before. Let's look at the nominees for Most Innovative Game.
Most Innovative Game. And the nominees are The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, designed by Thomas Singh, published by Thames and Cosmos. Forgotten Waters, designed by Mr. Bistro, J. Arthur Ellis, and Isaac Vega, published by Plaid Hat Games. Micro Macro Crime City, designed by Johannes Siech, published by Pegasus Spiele. The Search for Planet X, designed by Matthew O'Malley and Ben Rossett, published by Renegade Games. Whistle Mountain, designed by Scott Caputo and Luke Laurie, published by Bezier Games.
And the award goes to... Oh, this is a big one.
Oh my goodness.
The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9 from Cosmos and Thomas Singh.
This is the second Dice Tower Award tonight for Thomas Singh and for The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. They previously won for Best Cooperative Game. Let's hear from the winners.
Hello there, Dice Tower community. I am Kilian Fosse and I am part of the editorial department at Cosmos. The Crew being nominated as one of the most innovative games means a great deal to us, and actually winning the award even more so. We're delighted that the Crew is able to bring so much joy to all of you, which of course is the greatest payoff for all the hard work that went into making this game. So, on behalf of Cosmos, the designer Thomas Singh, as well as Marco Armbruster, who made the wonderful illustrations for this game, I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you for this award and thank you for playing The Crew.
Congratulations, I'm a big fan. I know that a lot of people will look at games and say that doesn't feel innovative to me. It's very much, yes, it mixed trick-taking with the lack of communication, but did so in a way I've never seen done before.
Well, and the fact that it's cooperative is an interesting twist, and you just explained, what's this game about? Well, it's trick-taking, but you're working together.
What?
And what? Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I'm going to leave now for the next award.
You're leaving?
Because it is.
It should be just you.
Solo? Bye, guys! All right, the next one is for solo gaming experiences. And again, much like I said for the two-player games, this is not a game necessarily and exclusively just for solitaire gaming. It could simply be a game that has a fantastic solo mode in it. I like a good solo mode. I like it when that experience gives you, my favorite kind is a nice balance of feeling like the game with multiplayers at the table, and having its own solo twist on top of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these nominees, shall we?
Best Solo Game. And the nominees are Dune Imperium, designed by Paul Denon, published by Direwolf. Dwellings of Eldervale, designed by Luke Laurie, published by Breaking Games. Lost Ruins of Arnak, designed by Min and Elwin, published by Czech Games Edition. Super Skill Pinball 4Cade, designed by Jeff Engelstein, published by WizKids. Under Falling Skies, designed by Thomas Ulier, published by Czech Games Edition.
All right, and the winner for Best Solo Game of the Year is Under Falling Skies.
Yes.
From Czech Games Edition, Thomas Ulier, designer. Great, and this is actually a solitaire game, just solo, though you can bring somebody else to the table if you want to.
You did a good job on your check in that one. This is the first Dice Tower Award for Thomas Ulier and for Under Falling Skies. Let's hear from the winner.
Ahoj, já jsem Tomáš Uhlíř, jsem autorem Under Falling Skies a chtěl bych vám ohromně poděkovat tady za tuhletu cenu. Víte moc, co pro mě znamená, dokonce jsem si tady kvůli tomu převlíknul tričko. Vlastně musím obrovsky poděkovat Czech Games Edition, protože teprve díky ním se ta hra dostala opravdu do světa. Jo, když si vezmu, jak ta hra začínala jako ta malinká print and play hříčka, a teď najednou je v celém světě a můžou jí hrát lidi ve všech možných jazycích. Vlastně můžu vám tady ukázat dokonce svoji japonskou kopii, s kterým mám obrovskou radost, protože je to taková určitá podsta té inspiraci pro tu hru. No ale krom toho chci teda samozřejmě poděkovat všem dalším lidem, kteří se na hře podíleli. Byli to velmi šikovní ilustrátoři, ať už tedy Kvančaj Moria, který vlastně vytvořil cover k té hře, nebo Petr Boháček, který tam udělal veškerý ty perfektní komiksy, který tam najdete uvnitř. A z toho ohromnou radost. Pak je tam celá řada testerů, který na té hře dělali, který jim pomáhali vlastně vyladit až do toho finálního stavu. A vy už hrajete? No tak jo, tak já to rychle hele, to je to Dice Tower video, to je jak, ne hru roku, jenom solovku to vyhrálo. A jo, tak moment, já tam hned jsem. I'm really sorry, I need to make it short. My friends, they're just starting the game of Arnak and I would love to join them. So basically what I wanted to say is that I'm thank you very much for this award, it means a lot to me. So yeah, thank you and bye.
Yes!
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I love it. Fantastic. Very funny. Very funny stuff.
Oh, boy. And a great game, too.
I played a lot of Under Fallen Skies this year. Play live a bunch. You might have seen those. But I would bring it out and play. It's a really captivating little management game.
I have yet to win. I haven't played as much as you,
It's
but
tough.
It is not
tough.
an easy game.
Yeah, it's an excellent game. So congrats to all involved.
All right. Well, let's take a look now at, we talk about a lot of new stuff. This is kind of sort of new. Best game reprints. So a lot of new games come out each year, but there's also lots of reprints or reworkings or redone versions of games. This used to be a category we'd struggle. Now it competes up in there for Game of the Year a lot of times. Yeah. Let's take a look at the nominations for Best Game Reprint.
Best Game Reprint. And the nominees are Seven Wonders, designed by Antoine Bauza, published by Repos Production. Eclipse, Second Dawn for the Galaxy, designed by Toko Taukolo, published by Lauta Elite. Fort, designed by Grant Rodiak, published by Leader Games. Project Elite, designed by Konstantinos Kokinos, Marco Portugal, and Sotirios Santilis, published by Simon. Rococo Deluxe, designed by Matthias Kramer, Stefan Maltz, and Louis Maltz, published by Eagle Griffin Games.
And the award goes to Rococo Deluxe Edition from Eagle Griffin Games, Matthias Kramer, Stefan Maltz, and Louis Maltz, designers.
This is the first Dice Tower Award for Stefan Maltz and Louis Maltz, and for Rococo Deluxe Edition. This is the second Dice Tower Award for Matthias Kramer. He previously won last year for the 2019 Best Two-Player Game for Watergate. Let's hear from the winners.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ralph Anderson, aka Flightless Goat Workshop, and I'm here today to represent Eagle Griffin Games. We are thrilled to accept the Dice Tower Award for Rococo Deluxe as Best Reprint of 2020. I was the project manager, also responsible for rules development, editing, artistic direction, and just overall realization of the game. And thankfully, I had some help from some of the best people in the business to get all this done. This begins with our wonderful designers, Stefan Maltz, his son Louis Maltz, and Matthias Kramer, and our exceptional artist, Ian O'Toole. At Eagle Griffin Games, we have our owners and operators, Rick and Joanne Seward, our new CEO, Randall Lloyd, and then there's our stalwart editing and production team, including Matthew Mays, Alex Colby, Katie Fadler, our sales guru, Jason Grants, as well as our hardworking logistics team headed by Brandon Scott. And of course, nothing would have gotten done without the hard work and attention to detail by Jenny Zhu, our Eagle Griffin Games production manager in China. And a special shout out to Panda Joe Wiggins at Panda Games for all his wholehearted support for this game. Okay, let's all get back to gaming. Thanks.
This game was out of print for a bit. Hard to get a copy of it. And it's also a theme that's very rare in gaming about tailors and making the dresses and outfits people wear.
Great to see it back available and in a revised version.
And with a gorgeous cover. I really like that cover.
Oh, you like everything in it. It's really nice.
All right, so that is games coming back. But you know what I like even more than an old fantastic game coming back is more content for those games. So we're going to be taking a look at expansions here. I'm a huge fan of expansions. I wouldn't say I'm a completionist. What do you think, Tom? Am I a completionist?
You're close. You're a semi-completionist.
You're almost a complete. You're almost a complete completionist.
You're a Pac-Man.
I'm working on it. I'm getting close. Let's go ahead and talk about and take a look at some nominees here for Best Expansion of the Year.
Best Game Expansion. And the nominees are Chronicles of Crime 1400, designed by David Sikurel and Wojciech Grekowski, published by Lucky Duck Games. Parks Nightfall, designed by Matok Schuler, published by Keymaster Games. Spirit Island Jagged Earth, designed by R. Eric Roos and published by Greater Than Games. Unmatched Cobble and Fog, designed by Rob Davio, Justin Jacobson, Chris Leader, and Kevin Rogers, published by Restoration Games. Wingspan Oceania, designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, published by Stonemaier Games.
And the Best Expansion Award goes to Chronicles of Crime 1400 from Lucky Duck Games, David Cicero and Wojciech Grekowski, designers.
That one I could do better than you.
Go ahead.
This is the first Dice Tower Award for Wojciech Grekowski. This is the third Dice Tower Award for David Sikurel and for Chronicles of Crime. They previously won for 2018 Best Cooperative Game and 2018 Most Innovative Game. Let's hear from the winners.
Hi everyone, my name is Vincent. I am the CEO of Lucky Duck, and on behalf of the entire team here at Lucky Duck and the freelancer who work on this game, we're extremely grateful for this prize. We also want to underline that even though we won in the expansion category, this is a standalone expansion. You do not need the base game to play this game. This is Chronicles of Crime 1400. I just wanted to present you the team who is behind this incredible game. You have Wojciech Grekowski and Grzegorz Nowak. Wojciech and David have worked together on the top concept of 1400. Grzegorz and Pierre Buty have been writing all the content. Basia is the incredible artist behind everything you see inside this game, and Marcin Musia is our technical director and the man who made all this application and all the digital aspect a reality. So, in few words, Lucky Duck is incredibly committed into the idea of disrupting the way stories are told. David Sikurel's design for us was perfectly aligned with this. It really completely reinvents the way you play and live stories, and we're so grateful that 1400, which is the long continuation of a title that released in 2018, is still getting the love it deserves for this innovation. I'm done talking. David, do you want to say a few words?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, after winning the most innovative and the best co-op in 2018, I don't know where I'm going to put all these, but it's amazing that it's continued to appeal to all of you, and thank you guys for this new award.
Pierre, do you want to chat?
Yeah, sure. I have been invited on a project by David a couple of years back now, and he proposed me to write a couple scenarios for 1400. And it was really fun, really. I had a blast researching the material for the scenarios and writing it, and the playtesting phase with the Lucky Duck team was really great. So yeah, it was a great experience all around, and I'm very pleased to see that it met its public and that you guys like it too.
Thank you so much, Pierre. Grzegorz, few words?
Yes, I also like to thank you for the award. I joined the project in the middle of it, and it was really great, as this is a great connection of the board game and a little bit of app, which is the great proportions here, and I love how this all work around. So thank you guys for this award, and I would like also to thank many other people who couldn't be here today, remote playtesters or the other localization team, and everyone who put the effort to make this game so widely available around the world. So thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Grzegorz. And thank you, everybody at home. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
There's two. I only have one.
I know.
Okay.
And I didn't even win this one. I just took it out of the garage.
It's just a sample.
Congratulations to the entire team on
Indeed.
their excellent work.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about one thing I'm always pumped about, and that's theming in games. And this is an award that we give to a game that is chock full of theme, as I like to say, or it's a new interesting theme. But theme is a big deal in many games, and so these are the ones that got nominated.
Best Game Theming. And the nominees are Dune Imperium, designed by Paul Dennen and published by Direwolf. Forgotten Waters, designed by Mr. Bistro, J. Arthur Ellis, and Isaac Vega, published by Plaid Hat Games. Mariposas, designed by Elizabeth Hargrave and published by AEG. Pan Am, designed by Prospero Hall, published by Funko Games. Super Skill Pinball 4K, designed by Jeff Engelstein, published by WizKids.
And the award goes to Forgotten Waters from Plaid Hat Games. Mr. Bistro, J. Arthur Ellis, and Isaac Vega, designers.
Forgotten Waters is nominated for 5 awards tonight. That also marks a tie for the most nominations of any game in 2020. This is the first Dice Tower Award for Mr. Bistro and J. Arthur Ellis. This is the 4th Dice Tower Award for Isaac Vega. He previously won for 2014 Best Game of the Year, Dead of Winter, a Crossroads game, 2014 Best Cooperative Game, Dead of Winter is a Crossroads game, and 2014 Best Theming, Dead of Winter, a Crossroads game. Let's hear from the winners.
Well, I'm glad you guys could do a quick working lunch with us. We can make this pretty
It better
fast.
be quick.
I know. I said, hey, I see you eating your chips. I'm ready to go with my sandwich as well.
I've got an announcement. You remember that game you guys worked on last year? We released it. It's like Pirates Forbidden Forgotten
Waters.
Forgotten Waters.
Forgotten Waters.
Yeah, it just won the Dice Tower Award for Best Theming.
Well, we have never, ever made someone start on fire before, but there's a first for every time.
That's fantastic.
Oh boy! All right, so it's time to get a little more serious.
Also, play that game. It's a fantastic.
Yes, it is. It is a
game.
it's a wonderful game, and they really embrace the theme. So our next award is for Best Strategy Game, a game that goes a little more in depth, that's a little more complicated, and for the more aficionados of games, offer those big decisions. And so let's award those bigger games in our Strategy Award category.
Best Strategy Game. And the nominees are Beyond the Sun, designed by Dennis K. Chen, published by Rio Grande Games. Dune Imperium, designed by Paul Dennen, published by Direwolf. Lost Ruins of Arnak, designed by Min and Elwin, published by Czech Games Edition. On Mars, designed by Vital Lacerda, published by Eagle Griffin Games. Praga Kaput Regni, designed by Vladimir Suki, published by Delicious Games.
All right, and the best strategy game of the year is Lost Ruins of Arnak, Czech Games Edition, Elwin and Min designers.
This is the second Dice Tower Award tonight for Elwin and Min. They previously won for Best New Designer. This is the third Dice Tower Award tonight for Lost Ruins of Arnak. It previously won for Best New Designer and Best Artwork. Let's hear from the winners.
Hello, I'm Min.
And I'm Elvin.
It's such an honor to win the Best Strategy Game Award. For us, publishing a game alone was a dream come true, but winning such an award just goes way beyond our expectations.
Oh yeah, a big thanks to Czech Games Edition because they chose our game when it still wasn't finished. It was unfinished prototype, for trusting us to finalize it. It was a risk. Thank you for taking it.
Yeah, and a huge thank you goes to all our testers. You are so helpful. You don't even know. Thank you so much.
It's amazing just to see how many people are playing the game and enjoying the game. That's an incredible feeling.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for playing.
Okay.
I like those too. I like them.
Yeah.
More from you. Well, there's an expansion coming out this year, but more games.
That's true.
All right, before we get to Game of the Year, we have a special award I want to give out. One of the things that we often criticize here in the Dice Tower is bad rule books.
True.
Highly dislike rule books. But I am, and still am, a bit shell-shocked that our games that we love, these hobby games, are going into Target now, going into stores. And if you had asked me 5 years ago, pick a game that you think would be there, I would never have guessed Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion would show up in that store. I'm not sure why a bar is being given to me.
Just a floating hand.
I can put this on here. So this year, we decided to create a special award, especially since Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion didn't fit in most of their categories. But the way that it introduces you to the game Gloomhaven, I have never seen a game do that before. It does so in a spectacular fashion. You walk through the book, having the maps in the book themselves, teaching you through 5 missions. Every rule of this fairly complex game, I think, is one very, very unique thing.
Very comprehensive, very well done.
So we will do this as the years go by, occasionally give out special awards, and this year we have one for Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, Excellence in Rules Explanation, or Rules Teaching.
So that plaque says, Special Award for Excellence in Teaching,
what I said.
Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, Cephalofair Games, Isaac Childress Designer, as you can see there. These are our official plaques that we make. This is the 6th Dice Tower Award for Isaac Childress and for Gloomhaven. They previously won for 2017 Best Game of the Year, 2017 Best Cooperative Game, 2017 Best New Designer, 2017 Best Small Publisher, and 2017 Best Strategy Game, setting a record with 5 wins in a single year. Now Isaac gets a special award. Let's hear from the winner.
Okay, Doug. Roll over. Roll over. Hey. Play dead. Fetch. Well, I can't teach my dog to do anything, but at least I can teach people how to play Gloomhaven. Thanks for the award.
No problem.
Short and succinct.
And that's a second doggy.
Yes.
This better become a trend.
Everyone nominated for an award next year must bring a dog.
Actually, we're going to be doing our top 5 dogs. Okay, but we need to wrap things up here, so we do so with Game of the Year. This takes everything into account. Before we jump into the nominations for Game of the Year, I want to make mention that this is not us here. I mean, Eric and Z both voted, but I don't vote unless there's a tie, and this year there was no ties, except this one. But anyhow, people vote on these awards. It's a wide group of people, and I'm always excited to see. Sometimes I make predictions. This was one of those years I had a hard time guessing what the Game of the Year would be. But let's take a look at the nominations.
Best Game of the Year. And the nominees are Calico, designed by Kevin Russ, published by Flat Out Games. Dune Imperium, designed by Paul Denon, published by Direwolf. Dwellings of Eldervale, designed by Luke Laurie, published by Breaking Games. Forgotten Waters, designed by Mr. Bistro J. Arthur Ellis and Isaac Vega, published by Plaid Hat Games. Lost Ruins of Arnak, designed by Min and Elwin, published by Czech Games Edition. On Mars, designed by Vital Lacerda, published by Eagle Griffin Games. Pandemic Legacy Season 0, designed by Rob Daviau and Matt Leacock, published by Z-Man Games. The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, designed by Thomas Singh, published by Tamsin Cosmos. The Isle of Cats, designed by Frank West, published by The City of Games. Viscounts of the West Kingdom, designed by Shem Phillips and Sam McDonald, published by Garfield Games.
And the game of the year is...
Play any of those 10, you'll have a good time.
I don't know what it is. I'm excited.
The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, published by Cosmos, Thomas Singh, designer.
Subtly is our middle name.
This is the third Dice Tower Award tonight for Thomas Singh and for The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9, making it a clean sweep of every award that The Crew was nominated for this year. They previously won for Best Cooperative Game and Most Innovative Game. Let's hear from the winner now.
Hi, I'm Thomas Singh. I'm here on the 9th planet. I heard I won the Dice Tower Award for the best game 2020. That's fantastic. That's really great. Thanks a lot. It's a great honor for me and also for the whole Cosmos crew. I'll come to Earth as soon as possible. Oh, I will jump there in the wormhole. So I'm on Earth perhaps tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye. See you soon.
Fantastic.
You know, game design is something I'm not familiar with. The process, if this is what it takes to make a game like that, I guess I'm
That's
all
with
for it.
DJs on the side. I don't know if you knew that.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Fantastic.
Glad to see The Crew getting loved. Like I said, looking forward to the sequel. And I just played another game from Thomas Singh just a few weeks ago that was fantastic too. So
Nice. Great.
All right, well, that's it. We're going to wrap things up because we have more of the Summer Spectacular coming in just a few minutes. Before we do, I want to say thank you to everybody involved in this. There's a lot of work that goes into one of these. Thank you, first of all, to the publishers, designers, artists, producers, and everyone who was involved. They all did a fantastic job. Thank you to Jason, who puts together the awards and does all the tabulating of the votes. And also with many other people, Brant and many other people in the Facebook group who helped put together the nominations. Eric and Z for co-hosting with me. Chris Yee, who read all that stuff off, so Eric would not have to do double duty.
Yeah, he did a pretty nice job.
That's super high praise.
Yeah, pretty
He did.
nice. He did a pretty nice job.
He did a very nice job. Well done.
And we thank you for watching. We'll see you in just a few minutes on our next video and next year for the 15th Annual Dice Tower Awards. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Eric Summerer.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Jason Levine, the gaming and announcing machine.